We're going to just go straight in. This is our Vice-Chancellor, who we are very pleased has come to open this. This is very nice for us. This is Professor Paul Curran, who is a geographer by training, but he'll probably deny it.
I wasn't even going to mention it, Tim. So, a very warm welcome to City University London. I want to start by thanking the Worshipful Company of Cooks, one of the ancient livery companies of the City of London, for funding a series of 3 symposia. They began last year, and this is obviously our second. For those of you who don't know City University London very well, what I thought I would do is start and tell you a little bit about us. It's always of interest, I find, whenever I'm attending conferences or meetings in different parts of the world, to know something about the university that I'm visiting. We're the only university in London to be both committed to academic excellence and focused on business and the professions at the same time. We have a very strong relationship with the City of London, not least because the Lord Mayor is our Chancellor. We were established in 1894. We obtained university title in 1966, and we've come a long way since then. We now ranked in the top 5% of universities in the world, according to the Times Higher League Table. We've got about 21,000 students. About a third of those are postgraduate, and about a quarter are international in the sense they come from outside the EU. And of those, almost all of them come from countries in Southeast Asia, Africa and Latin America. Our annual turnover, about £180 million, and we make a contribution to the London economy of about £500 million. Our courses remain popular, which is a blessing in the current climate, and that is primarily because, well, we offer wonderful courses, as Tim knows, but also because our undergraduates are in the top 12 for both employability and starting salaries, and that obviously helps. In March of this year, our council improved a vision for the future of the university that will see us in the top 2% of universities in the world by 2016. Is quite a challenge that we have in front of us, and we'll achieve this by investing in people, in IT and in buildings, and in that order. For those of you who do know a bit about us and have been seeing the coverage in the media, you'll know that we're just in the process of recruiting 48 academic staff. We've just recruited 120 PhD students. The adverts went out just in the past 2 weeks for 50 more academic staff, 25 at professorial level, and for 120 more PhD students. So things are certainly on the move. Exciting times for City. Last year, the first City Food Symposium, now returning to the topic of this morning, had skills in the food sector as its subject. And its timing was brilliant. The afternoon before, the government brought together the skills councils and representatives of the food supply chains in an unprecedented meeting. And they agreed that a new concerted approach was needed. At the symposium, and I know quite a few of you were at that symposium, several issues emerged concerning new skills needs on farms, in retail and in catering at a time when greater interest in food work was developing in cities. The government meeting and our symposium helped to generate a new emphasis on skills, which in turn led to an influential report on skills strategy produced by Improve et al. In only June of this year. This year's symposium meets again at an opportune time, albeit at a rather more sober time, I think. Our topic is where is UK food policy going? And it's of great importance, not only to the people in this room, obviously, but to the UK more widely. Today, as we know, the world, Europe and the UK and also London are debating the importance of the financial crisis and the impact of low economic confidence, particularly on employment. And food policy is integral to this thinking, and at City, we're confident we can make a strong contribution. As you will know, the food sector is the biggest employer in the country. Consumers want quality products, they need to be healthy, and society needs to ensure that food is fit and safe to eat, while at the same time protecting the environment. Spending on food is under pressure. We see that from retailers' results on the work done at our Centre for Food Policy by Martin Cowher and his colleagues. We need to face challenges such as climate change, water supply and biodiversity loss. And food security is now one of the major themes of the research councils. A previous City University London annual report, this was before my time I should add, featured our Centre for Food Policy on its front cover with a diagram that mapped the centre's almost labyrinthine networks in academia, government, commerce and society at all levels, from the local to the global. And days like today really help that influence and that flow of information. Although a small group, the Centre for Food Policy has helped create and worked on influential Chatham House reports that began in 2006, well before the food price crisis of 2007 and 8. It had two of its academics, Dr. David Barling and Professor Tim Lang at the front here, among the 6 official advisors to the landmark Food Matters report, and whose lead author, Matthew Jarvis, is with us here today, and worked on the new food security indicators process throughout its development. At City, we greatly value the centre's mix of excellent research, and that's evidenced in its performance in the last research assessment exercise, the excellent education it offers, and that's illustrated by the unique MSc and PhD food policy programmes, and obviously its contribution to public debate on food. I was just talking to Tim earlier. It seems whenever you switch on the food programme that the voice you hear is Tim's. Or Martin's. Yeah. Well, earlier on this week, I went home and my wife said, Tim's been on the radio again. And it's not an unusual occurrence.
Is that a good thing?
Yeah, no, it is. Well, she recognised, it's Tim. She didn't say it's Professor Tim Lang, it's Tim. Over the last decade, the Centre has built strong working relations with all of the City of London's food-related livery companies. And I would like to acknowledge their support. It is very much appreciated. And I know there were several members of livery companies who are here today, so welcome. A group of our MSc students was afforded royal treatment at the City Food Lecture at Guildhall last year, and we're grateful that this will be repeated again this year with another very special day of events. And 2 livery companies, the Cooks and the Farmers, fund prizes on our unique Masters in Food Policy, which this year has attracted a record 43 students. We are at City are proud to host today's symposium. I do hope you enjoy the event, and I hope you enjoy your time in London. Welcome. Thank you.